Hello, happiness abounder, and welcome back. So, did you listen to yesterday's episode and start to identify your money stories? Did you rewrite that story and now you're ready to make more money? I know that I am, and I hope that you are too. And if you haven't had a chance to listen to yesterday's episode, which is number 492, be sure to take a moment. In fact, I think it's less than 10 minutes to listen to it and really take a look at your money stories. But if you have done it, today I want to talk about the next step, which is actually having money. And changing that mindset, that story, now that you have rewritten it to what you want it to be, actually physically assisting, and I'm going to use the word manifest, right? Physically assisting with the manifestation of more money. And what I'm talking about is a program called Money Friends. And I say program rather loosely because obviously this is not something that is a program I am putting into place for to sell you, but a program that you can utilize every day to bring more money into your life and to continue to enforce the story of what you want your relationship with money to be and to overwrite the story of what your relationship with money has been. So, what are Money Friends? Money Friends are a set of bills. Now, if you are listening globally, not in the United States, then this is applicable to you as well. But whatever your paper money currency is, that is what this relates to. So here in the United States, we have the $1 bill, the $2 bill, the 5, the 10, the 20, the 50, and the 100. Now, there are some off cases where there's a few larger dollar bills, which are very, very rare and are not in circulation, so I'm not going to touch base on those. However, for the 1, the 2, the 5, the 10, the 20, the 50, and the 100, that is physical money that you can hold. And if you're watching this on IGTV or YouTube, you see that I am holding my hands up like I'm holding money. Those of you listening on the podcast, you want to imagine you're holding money. And that can help change your story. Now, let's say that you don't have any of those bills right now. What Money Friends is at first you can imagine, but what I slowly want you to do is integrate those physical bills, that physical currency, paper money, into your hands. And every day I want you just to go through that set of bills and just look at them, feel them, touch them, and say, I have money. I have money. I have money. Now, if you can't get $100 bill, that's okay. Start with the 1. Start with the 5. Maybe have the 1 and then work your way up to the 5 and then work your way up to the 10 and work your way up to the 20 and so on and so on. My personal favorite bill is the $2 bill because I think it's a lot more rare and you have to go to the bank usually to get them. So maybe you start with the $2 bill. But whatever you need to start with, whether it's the full set of Money Friends or it's just one at a time, you want to slowly collect and have all of this paper currency in your possession. And I can't remember the exact math on it. I think it's like $188 or something like that. But what you want to do is you want to have this currency in your hands and you want to make friends, hence Money Friends, with this money. You want to reinforce the new story you've told yourself about how money comes to you easily, how you are worthy of money, how you can spend money and it's okay, how more money can come into your life and flow to you. Well, one easy way to do that is to physically have money in your hands and go, I have money. Show your brain, your subconscious, and the universe that you have money. That you are changing your mindset and your story, and that will start to bring more money into your life. So, recap here of Money Friends. What you're going to do is you are going to collect each of the bills, the paper currency in your money system. So for the United States, that is the 1, the 2, the 5, the 10, the 20, the 50, and the $100 bills. You're going to do what you can to collect those. Now, if you can't collect them all, collect them one at a time, but make sure after you've collected one, then you're going to move to the 2, to the 5, to the 10, but you keep on holding on to them for the time being. Once you have your full collection, even if you don't have the full collection, every morning, what you're going to do is take the money that you do have, those bills, and you are going to pay attention to them. You're going to hold them. You're going to look at them and you're going to say, I have money. I have money. I have money. And you're going to kind of rifle through them. You're going to get familiar. You're going to start to memorize who is on each bill. You are going to start to have a shift around the fact you have money, right? You have cash, which is a big thing for our mindset and our mental security, is that you have cash. Now, if you're one of those people who's like, I hate to carry cash because I will lose it, that's okay. Like, if you lose this money, it's probably going to something better and you will make it back because you are now in the mindset of, I have money and money comes to me. You get where I'm going with this? So every day you're going to kind of rifle through your money friends, which is each of those bills. And you're going to say to yourself, you have money. And then after, I'm going to say maybe a month and a half of doing that every morning, you're going to go and you're going to spend some of that money. You don't have to spend all of it. You can break your 100, or maybe you give $5 to someone on the street asking for food. Whatever that is, you start to spend that money knowing that it's going to come back to you. And actually, I have a really funny story about this. When I first started doing Money Friends, I held on to it for a really long time because I was like, no, it's my friends. And then I was working with my coach and I mentioned that. She's like, no, you need to go spend it now. You have the mindset, you have money. Now you need to spend it and build and cultivate the mindset of abundance, that money will come back into your life. And it's currency, it's a current, it's a river, it's always moving and flowing. So money that's stagnant doesn't have as much of the power as money that's not. So I needed to go out and spend money. So I can't recall what I spent my $100 on. Oh, never mind. I totally do remember. I actually didn't spend it. I gave it to someone. And I was like, oh, this is my money friend, but this person needs it. I did it anonymously, put this $100 in a card and said, here you go. And put it on their desk and walked away. So they weren't there when I put it on their desk, but I was like, okay, here you go to this person. Gave them the money. 3 days later, I had someone pay me and give me $100 bill. And I was like, oh, there it is. It's back. But I really was like, oh, I have to give up my $100 bill. And it's been my money friend. And it's for a really good thing. But like, I'm taking a leap of faith here because I want this money to come back to me. And within 3 days, it did. So step 1 is to gather your money friends. Step 2 is to convince your mind and your brain that you do have money by physically holding it. Step 3 is to carry that money with you so that you always have money in the back of your mind. Cash has power to it. And then step 4, after about a month and a half of doing this every day with your money friends, you will spend your money friends with the intention and the understanding that they will come back to you. And the ways they will come back will be amazing. But this can really help your mindset around money so that you aren't stressing about it so much and you can be happier in your life. So I hope that this episode connects and resonates with you. I hope this isn't too woo-woo, but it is something that has really helped me cultivate a relationship with money and help me be happier with my money. So I definitely wanted to share it with you. Tune in for the rest of this week, as our next couple episodes will be a little bit more in the logical versus woo-woo realm. Less about writing money stories and making money friends, and more about debt snowballs and setting budgets and things like that to help you be happier. So be sure to tune in for the rest of this week, and I hope that you liked this episode. If you did, please rate, review, and subscribe on your podcast listening platform of choice. It does help other people find the show. And as we are rounding the corner to episode 500, I want to prepare you for a format change. I will be adjusting the show away from daily and theme weeks and be leaning into more of what I am considering a formula for happiness, which is focusing on your identity, your vision, your mindset, your leadership, and using those 4 things to cultivate happiness in your life. So stay tuned after episode 500 for episode 501 for a format change and some more deeper dives in how we can be happier in our lives. So that said, have a wonderful day. Gather your money friends. Let me know how it goes. And above everything else, remember, you are capable of happiness abound.